Let's talk about the elephant in the room, your forehand racket head speed. If you clicked on this video, it's most likely non-existent. So today, we're going to get to the root cause of why this is happening, and I'm going to provide you with the remedy. Let's start. The first reason why your forehand will never have any racket head speed is because you're trying to send your arm on a lone mission. You're not Rambo, Federer, or Nadal, so we're going to focus on using our bigger muscles and having the racket come along for the ride. Now, all of the power when we uncoil needs to actually come mainly from the torso and the hips. So we want to explode first and have the racket actually come last. The more racket and arm manipulation that we do, the tougher time we're actually going to have hitting a clean, consistent ball that is powerful and puts our opponent under pressure. So when we set up, we want to do a few things. Keeping the racket on the outside of our body. We want to keep the racket head in front of our hand, and we want to have it slightly hooded as well. You don't want to take the racket past here. If you make a loop or a letter C, it's going to crumble. Okay, I call this the tennis cancer, the letter C swing. It's a no-no, especially at high speeds. We have to have a no backswing setup. It's here, and from here, it's time to go. This is how a pro forehand is hit, or even, good level tennis, high level club players need to do this as well. Okay, and you can easily implement it in your game. Something that can help you is keeping the non-hitting hand on the throat of the racket to make a full shoulder turn. So not just turning sideways, getting more than sideways. Turning the shoulders past the hips, turning the shoulders together as a unit. Now, when we uncoil into the ball, we just want to let the racket fall loose to the height of the ball and pull forwards with the body. Okay, we're driving mainly from our shoulder. This is where our power and our spin is coming from. It's nothing down here. All this is very, very loose. Now, watch my shoulders when I uncoil. Notice how they rotate 180 degrees. This is a full uncoiling. A lot of people will go like this, or they'll go like this. And the pro players, they get the full range of motion. It's a big difference, and you only have to try it once to see the power that you've been missing out on. Now, not just uncoiling with the upper body, but also with the legs is very important. Pay attention to my hips. Go from sideways, boom, to basically facing the net, okay? And the swing starts from the ground up, okay? If we talk about a chain of moving parts, the legs are first, then it's the torso, okay? All this, the shoulders, and the racket comes last. And us pulling the body first is going to cause the racket to naturally fall back into that slot position, or the flashlight, right, getting the butt cap pointing towards the ball, which a lot of people are told to consciously do, although it's very counterproductive, and it's most likely still being taught at 90% of academies, and unfortunately, it's the wrong way to go about it, okay? This is not the mental imagery that you want to have, because you'll be thinking too much on the court, and 9 times out of 10, it's not going to work how you want. So all you have to do is basically let the racket free fall. Okay, don't worry about how to pat the dog. If it should be here, there, anywhere. Just from here, if you get the racket slightly hooded, keep it on this side of your body, elbow up, and don't let anything leak behind your back pocket. From here, let it free fall and boom, fire with the body. Okay, the racket will naturally fall back into whatever degree of pat that you get, which is mainly based on your grip, and it will also naturally get back into this slot position where the wrist is back. And from there, you're basically good to go. Okay, you've learned how to use your bigger muscles. You no longer have an excuse to go Rambo mode on the court and get basically tennis elbow injury, and not to mention the dismay that comes with losing to people that are actually worse than you. So use these things to become a more effective player and play modern tennis. I believe in you. You can do it. And thanks for tuning in to today's lesson. I'll see you guys tomorrow.